back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We are back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Wednesday, November 26, 2025. We got your NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions, as always. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. It does help your boy out a lot. We are on that road to 10,000 subscribers. For real, though, guys. You guys can hook a brother up. Like, subscribe, comment, share the video, hype the video. It helps me out a ton, guys. And you guys killed it yesterday. So I just want to say thank you to you all. If we could have another repeat performance, be great. You guys are doing great. I appreciate you all. Let's start right with a recap from yesterday. How'd we do? We kept the winning streak going. We went 2-1. Very solid day for us. Plus 0.73 units. We also cashed our Straight Fire Faves play of the day. So we keep that streak going. We're on now day 3 of that, which is exciting. So I'm obviously looking forward to that today. But we cashed the Orlando Magic money line. It's about as easily as you could cash a money line. They were up by 40 plus a lot of that game. Then we also cashed Nickeil Alexander-Walker under 26.5 PRAs or under 25.5 PRAs. Pretty sweat-free. Finished with 14. The Wizards blew the Hawks out last night. Now, if anyone had that on their bingo card, you just let me know. I did not have that one on my bingo card. But that is what happened last night there in Washington. Wizards decided to play some defense, too. So, there was a lot of unders on the Hawks that hit. Dyson Daniels, I believe, went over on a lot of his lines. But outside of that, there was a lot of unders that hit. Obviously, they're for Atlanta. So, love the 2 sweat-free cashes. Then we had Austin Reeves to get 5 assists. He had 2 at the beginning of the second quarter, and I was feeling pretty good. I thought we were on our way to potentially cashing that. Unfortunately, he did not get there. He finishes with 3 assists. Obviously, that was very disappointing. I was hoping, obviously, we can get the sweep. I was really looking forward to bringing out the broom once again, guys. But it's okay. We'll take it. We're on a 5-1 run. Last 2 days, we're locked in. Like I said, let's keep it going. Let's keep the train moving. I'm excited about today's action. Like I said, 3 plays today. Got Thanksgiving coming up. We got a lot of football videos coming at you, so keep that in mind. We'll have our NFL spreads and totals video for Week 13 in the NFL. That's coming live to you at 12 noon, so keep that in mind there as well. As far as our comic cappers, we had a bunch of great callouts in the chat. We had Demetrius Smith calling the Lakers -6, cashes that. Eric and me calling Kristaps Porzingis over 8.5 rebounds and assists, that cashes. And then gotta get the bag calling Jalen Suggs under 17.5 points. He gets ejected in that one. Finishes with like 4 points. Absolutely sweat-free, guys. You love to see it. So great calls once again from our comic cappers, guys. Don't forget to drop the heat in the chat. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick down below. And if your pick hits down below in the chat, we'll include your pick in our next video, as always, if it hits. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys did great. As far as we had really good viewership yesterday, which I was very grateful for. I'm grateful for all you guys. It's Thanksgiving week, and I'm thankful for all of you. I really am. It's always fun bringing these videos to you. You guys show support to me even when we've had a really bad start to the NBA season. But we are starting to turn the ship, which is exciting. Which I hope you guys are excited about that, and we're ready to start getting this thing rolling. So, like I said, we're still down a bunch of units on the season, but we're chipping our way back, and I'm confident we'll be able to do that. Like I said, this Straight Fire Fave Streak that we're doing has the potential to get us back a lot quicker. We're on day 3 of that. If we can hit a few more days of that, we likely will cash it out. Somewhere around the 5th or 6th day, I probably will cash it out. We'll see what happens, though. Like I said, we're going to keep running it now for a few days, but like I said, we'll see how it all works out as far as with that. Let's get after today, guys. Let's get the sweep here in the NBA. 3 picks on tap. Let's get right into them. At number 1, we're rocking with the Boston Celtics today. Plus 2.5 on the spread versus the Detroit Pistons, playing here at home. Minus 105 odds here on ESPN Bet, risking unit. Now, if this was at a point in the season where we've been on fire, I probably would take the Celtics on the money line. But at this point in the season, guys, I'm going to be a little safer with what we're doing. And I will take the couple extra points here, just in case this comes down to the last possession. We'll be able to still cash, even if the Pistons win by like 2 or something. So hopefully the Celtics just kick butt, come out and win the game and do what the Magic did last night. I doubt that'll happen like that. But I do like the Celtics here at home. They've been playing much better of late. Obviously, it started the season kind of slow, but they've won 4 of their last 5 games. This lineup is starting to really kind of shape into form. Players in the lineup are starting to figure out the roles. And Fernie Simons is playing great, which I love to see that. He's one of their additions in the offseason. And this team, guys, still does have championship pedigree on it, right? Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Coach Mazzulla. They still have guys, obviously that are, you got a great coach. You still got great players on this team. This team still is good, I think. Sometimes, obviously, they're more susceptible to letdowns now. They're more susceptible, obviously, to losing in general. Just because you're down Jason Tatum, you traded Porzingis away. It's not exactly the same team anymore. But you have a great coach, and you got guys that are starting to step up now. You got guys that are figuring out the roles. Like I said, they do rely a lot on the three-point ball, but they've always have. So it's really nothing new. Jason Tatum, even when he's healthy, he fires up a lot of threes as well. So I don't really have a problem with that. But obviously, it can lead to some results you don't expect if you're not shooting the ball well from 3. But I think they'll have a good chance here to shoot the ball good for 3. They've had a couple days off. They've been off since Sunday, which I honestly like seeing that. Anytime you take a team that relies a lot more on the 3, you want to make sure they're well rested and they got their legs under them. So, and they're playing at home. So obviously, I love to see that. As far as how these teams have performed over the last 5 games, guys, the Celtics are second in offensive rating over the last 5 games, which I like seeing that. The Pistons are 7th in offensive rating last 5 games. Pistons 11th in defensive rating last 5 games. Celtics 15th in defensive rating last 5 games. So these teams are actually pretty comparable right now, but I think the Pistons are itching to lose a game right now, right? They just played the Pacers on Monday, and they won that game by 5, and the Pacers have been abysmal this season. They played a really close game, not that long ago versus the Wizards. Went to overtime, ended up winning by 2. So I think the Pistons are due for a loss here. I really do, especially out on the road. This is not the spot where I expect them to. I expect them to perform particularly well. Like I said, these it's very interesting because obviously Detroit has made such a big leap. I mean, Detroit now at 15-2 is kind of wild, right? But like I said, I think this is a spot where the Celtics get one on the Pistons, right? I think this is a really good spot for them, and I think they get this done at home. Like I said, I think the Celtics are one of these teams that's due for some bad losses, but they could also surprise you with some good wins. I think today will be one. They've already beaten teams like the Nuggets this year, so I think they get this done today. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. We got Boston Celtics plus 2.5 on the spread versus the Detroit Pistons. Minus 105 odds on ESPN bet. That's a 5 p.m. Eastern start. Okay, at number 2, we're going Zach LaVine under 26.5 PRAs here for the Sacramento Kings. We got minus 116 odds here on DraftKings. Risking a unit here. So yeah, Zach LaVine's under in 7 of his last 10 games, averaging just 21 PRAs per game. So what's going on here? That doesn't seem like Zach LaVine. Well, and this offense right now with Russell Westbrook kind of running the show and some of these guards coming back with Malik Monk and all these guys, LaVine's usage has dropped off. That's really been the biggest thing I noticed when you look at his logs. His usage levels have dropped to 21% in this offense over the last 10 games. And that includes an anomaly game versus Memphis where his usage was like 37%. But like I said, it's dropped to 21% average over the last 10 games. And obviously that doesn't bode well when you're trying to hit overs, right? LaVine, the offense has not been running through LaVine lately. It's been a lot more Russell Westbrook. So in this particular spot, this is actually a very tough matchup for Zach LaVine. Like I said, outside of that anomaly, this guy's been going under. The Suns actually rank 6th in PRAs allowed to shooting guards. So obviously, love to see that. The Suns have been a pretty good defensive team this season. Probably been one of the areas that they've surprised a lot of people. This defense for the Suns obviously has been pretty good, and particularly on the perimeter. Obviously, you got Dylan Brooks now on the team. But like I said, the shooting guards in particular has been tough, which I like to see that. And Props.Cash agrees with me, guys. They have a negative 4.9 projection on Zach LaVine today on Props.Cash. The Kings are playing this game at home, which obviously, I mean, in some ways you prefer if it was on the road, but the Kings have been so bad everywhere at this point. I was giving them credit, I think, last week in trying to take them on the spread, and then they lost by like 40 or 50. So I'm like, I got to find a way to fade the Kings, guys, and get some money back here. And this is just a great spot for Levine to hit and under. Kind of like Alexander Walker yesterday, guys. This guy does not have one of the more advantageous matchups on the floor. I think he goes under. I think DeRozan may have some better opportunities today. Even Westbrook will have some better opportunities. I think Levine's the guy that kind of gets left out today. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we're going Zach LaVine. Under 26.5 PRAs here for the Sacramento Kings. We got minus 116 odds here on DraftKings. Okay, and finally at number 3, we are going Andrew Wiggins. Over 20.5 PRAs here for the Miami Heat. We got plus 100 odds here on Fanatics. Risking a unit here. So Wiggins here, guys, coming off an injury. He is technically actually listed as questionable for this game. So if I was you, A, I'd check the injury report. And B, throughout the day, if you guys could take this bet on DraftKings or Fanatics, I highly recommend it. Just in case there's any nonsense down in the first half. But for any other bettors, I'm still comfortable going with Wiggins. If they end up playing him, I'm assuming that he's good to go. Obviously, we're hoping that we get the full extent of his minutes and things like that. But he's in such a great matchup tonight, guys. And I really like his spot to go over. And he's been cashing this number all season. So, like I said, if he's good to go, if he's ready to play, I think this is a great spot for Wiggins. The matchup here, honestly, guys, is so good. The Bucks here rank 25th in PRAs allowed to small forwards, which I love seeing that, obviously. Wiggins, 80% this season to this line, 65% at home. So he's been cashing this line on the reg. Props.cash has a plus 2.1 projection on him to go over tonight. So I do like seeing that. And like I said, what I really like, and what I've talked about before, is I like good mid-range players that can attack the Milwaukee Bucks. And Wiggins is a solid mid-range player. He doesn't do a majority of his scoring in the mid-range, but he certainly can do some in the mid-range and into that paint area, which is where the Bucks have really struggled this season. The Bucks ranked 27th in the mid-range. And Wiggins could certainly operate the mid-range and down. Obviously, he will shoot threes from time to time, but I think he's best actually when he gets into the mid-range and gets to the high paint area. I think that's a good area for Wiggins. So, like I said, in this particular spot, that's where the Bucks have been exceptionally bad. And I think Wiggins is in a great spot here to hit that over tonight. Like I said, you have to kind of accept some things with this bet. Like I said, he is listed as questionable on the injury report. So like I said, double check your injury reports. Obviously, if you place the bet and he doesn't play, it gets voided. So it's not really that big of a deal. And if you can, like I said, I recommend DraftKings Fanatics if you can to take this bet so you get that injury protection. That's what we're doing. I got the injury protection. I'm on Fanatics. They'll honor it all the way through the first half, which pretty much kind of gets rid of that injury scare type of thing. So I think he could cash it in the first half anyway, which is what I'm hoping he does. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he takes care of us well tonight. Low there for number 3 pick, guys. Got Andrew Wiggins over 20.5 PRAs here for the Miami Heat. Plus 100 odds here on Fanatics. All right, guys, on our straight fire Faves Streak play of the day is going to be Zach LaVine. Under 26.5 PRAs, minus 116 odds on DraftKings. This is day 3. So we're able to put 34.47 on this one. We'll turn it into 64.18. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are too. We started with just $10. Hopefully we can keep this streak running. And like I said, just stay on a run here and at least get through. We'll probably at least have to get through 5 days before I cash it out. We'll see what happens though. I don't want to spoil the ending, guys. But that is it for our picks. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, hit the like and subscribe for me. Other than that, that will do it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you all next time. Peace out.